I'm at the park the other day, hiking around, chatting up a homie, and he says to me, dude, I got no clarity. I feel like there's just so much friction in my life right now and so much static that I can't think clearly. And let's kind of set the stage a little bit here. Like he's not an alcoholic, but he's just been drinking quite a few times a week. Beer or two here, beer or two here, beer or two there. I feel it. It's like perpetual. It's becoming a habit. And I've also noticed that I've been watching a lot of TV while I'm drinking the beer. And I've also noticed that I've been disconnected from my wife. And I've also noticed that I've been short with my kids. And it's just stacking. Like these negative habits are stacking. Like, have you guys ever heard of the compound effect? And when we think about the compound effect, we often think about it in ways of how we are compounding positive momentum in our life. But the reality is it works in the reverse too. So if you feel like you have a lot of friction in your life, that there's a lot of static, that you just can't catch a break, we need to start deconstructing the negative habits that are compounding. And my philosophy in which I teach this and in which I view it might look a little bit different. Like you've heard previous episodes. I'm like, some things you just gotta rip the Band-Aid off, and you gotta stop doing it. Like you can't dance with the devil on it, and that's true. That's true about a lot of things. But in particular with this guy's case, which might be relevant to someone listening right now, he does okay. Like his life is probably good. Nice house, nice car, good family. Like he's an involved father. He just knows that he's just okay right now. Like he wants to go from good to great. And he can feel that his current path is taking it from good to bad. He feels himself slipping into complacency. And this is the person I'm talking to right now. And this is what I want to say to you, homie. You want to just deconstruct this negative compounding habit. So see, it's like a step block on the left, negative. Now look to the right, physically do this. Look to the left, you see the stacking. Now physically look to the other side. Look to the left first. Now physically look to the right, you see the step ladder going up. And what I want you to do now is take that one habit from the left side, and let's just start with the drinking thing, because that wasn't even normal for him at that capacity. Maybe a glass of wine with his wife now and then. So he's went from that to like 3 IPAs a night, 3 or 4 nights a week. I said, go and just take that IPA habit out, and let's just put that first block, take it out on the left, and let's just take that first block now and put it on the right. And let's make that right habit, let's just exchange it. Let's exchange it with an evening walk with your family. This really works for him because he lives in Arizona, so it's like always nice. And I was like, let's make it an evening walk with your family. No devices. He's like, oh, that's easy. I was like, we can definitely go for evening walks. And I can see myself easily pulling away from having the few drinks. Like I can do this. I said, don't even worry about doing it 7 days a week. I said, just try to do it like 3 or 4 days and see what happens. So he comes back to me. This is many weeks later. He comes back to me and he says, yeah, man, I've been doing it. I've been doing what we've been talking about. And what I realized is that habit of taking the alcohol away and just walking with my family needs led to me being more present with my kids, which led to me being more available for my wife, which also led to me drinking less, which also led to us being off the devices. So just taking the one habit from the left and making it a foundational habit on the right allowed him to compound more in the positive. Yeah, just one thing, just one of these habits compounded positive in his life. It's like you took something that, we'll say, how should I say this? It's like hitting a bowling ball. Like when you're bowling, right? As you are rolling, if you hit the pins in the right area, you'll be able to knock them all down. That's essentially what we did here with the walking. It led to a compound effect. It led to one pin knocking down many other pins for him and for his growth. And there's a lot of good things that was able to come from that. All this to say that when we go to create progress in our life, it often seems overwhelming, like to knock all the pins down. It seems overwhelming. But realistically, And oftentimes, it's just replacing one negative habit with one positive habit and allowing it to do its work, sticking consistent with it. It's also not about doing 100 things or quitting 100 things at once. As mentioned in previous podcasts and in this one, like sometimes that's going to have to be it. Like you're doing cocaine, you might just have to stop doing that altogether. That might not be something you want to dance with at all. But on the other side of things, like if you just slowly work on it 2, 3, 4 days a week, allow that compound for a month, 2 months, you might look back and say, man, I've created a lot of space from that negative habit and actually got a lot of momentum building now on my right side. I'm starting to compound over here on my healthy habits again. Yeah, so this is my encouragement for y'all today. And sending you guys so much love with this. And for the homie who I know is listening to this was actually not a couple weeks ago. This was many, many months ago. And I know he's listening in right now. This is probably 8 months ago we was having, last summer. So this is March, so whenever that was. I'm sending you so much love, brother. You have been inspiring me like crazy with the progress you've been making. You've truly taken this from good to great. And I'm seeing those dynamics work within your household. And I'm so proud of you, dude. Keep up the great work. It's amazing, guys. Guys, this is for everybody right here. It's amazing what can happen in our life just by truly gaining the awareness, being honest about where we stand, and making the necessary adjustments, and just sticking true to them. Perfection is not what we're after. It's just showing up each day, lining up, and doing the best that we can do with the day that God has given us. Sending y'all so much love. Peace.